What's up guys, it's Arab the Plug and you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. And here we talk about cryptocurrency, business, how to make money online and stuff like that. So if you are interested in this topic that I mentioned, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video and click on the notification bell so that you'll be the first person to get notified whenever I drop new content. In this video guys, I'll be talking about how to trade the futures market. As we know that almost everybody who trades cryptocurrency today wants to trade the cryptocurrency market. So this video is going to be a little bit long, and in this video I'll be talking about what futures market is, what futures trading is, how to trade futures trading, what platform can you trade futures, and I'll be explaining to you how you can trade futures on Binance. If you don't have a Binance account, the first thing you want to do is to sign up on Binance, and you can find the link in the description below that you can use to sign up and get an account on Binance. So after signing up, then make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video so that you get all the information you need to know about futures trading before you start trading futures. So let's go right into it. Futures trading is a kind of derivative trading product. It's an agreement between a buyer and seller to buy or sell an underlying asset at a fixed price in the future. So let's talk about this. When the normal trading we know is spot trading, and spot trading means you are going to buy a crypto asset and the asset is going to be delivered to you immediately on the spot. So let's say for example you want to buy Bitcoin, you want to buy Bitcoin with USDT on your Binance. Once you click on buy Bitcoin, you are going to get your Bitcoin delivered into your wallet immediately. That is what we call spot trading. But in the case of futures trading, you are not actually buying any asset. You are only signing a contract to buy an asset at a fixed price or at a certain price at a later date. That means that you are not actually buying that asset, but you are having a contract with a buyer or seller to buy or sell that asset in the future. Now, where would you want to buy or sell an asset? And that is where futures trading comes in. In futures trading, you actually have two options: to buy long or to sell short, which means that when you buy long, you are not actually buying that asset, but you are predicting that that asset is going to increase in value. And when it does increase in value, you make some money from that increment. But when you predict that that asset is going to increase in value, but it starts to decrease in value, then you start losing money. And when you sell short, you are predicting that an asset is going to decrease in value. And once it starts decreasing in value, you start making money from that contract. But when the price, instead of decreasing in value, starts increasing in value, you start losing money from that contract. So futures trading is basically a contract on how an asset, a particular asset, is going to perform later on in the future at a fixed rate and as a fixed amount. So it's basically a contract, not you buying Bitcoin directly, not you buying Ethereum directly, not you buying Shiba directly, but you signing a contract with a buyer or seller. And the reason why I say a buyer or seller is because in futures, you might want to be buying and you might want to be selling. So the beautiful thing about futures trading is that whether the market is going up in a bull market or going down in a bear market, you always have an opportunity to trade and make money. In this kind of contract, when the price of the asset starts going against the contract that the buyer signs with the seller, then the buyer is losing money and the seller is gaining money. And when the contract is going against the agreement the seller has with the buyer, the seller starts losing money and the buyer starts making money. For example, let's assume this phone sells for 50,000 naira currently at the market, but you don't want to buy this phone at 50,000 naira. So then you go to a merchant, someone that sells the phone, and say, okay, fine, next month I want you to sign a contract. I want also to sign a contract that once this phone gets to 55,000 naira by next month, we are going to have the contract such that when you get to 55,000 naira, I'm going to give you a certain amount of money, then use it to buy this phone for me at 55,000 naira. So I'm projecting that it will still get to 57,000. So when it gets to 57,000, close the trade for me and give me the profit. But before you can do this, I'm going to also deposit some certain amount of money to sign this contract. Then you, as the businessman, you are going to also add a certain amount of money to this contract, such that the money will be enough to buy the phone at 55,000 naira. But my projection is that when you buy at 55,000 naira, you sell for me at 57,000 naira, and by that, at that point, I'm going to get a reasonable profit. So you see the contract. The contract is about the phone, but you are not exactly buying the phone exactly. But you are signing a contract that the price of the phone is going to get to 55k. Then once it gets to 55k, you buy for me and you sign, you execute the transaction, and you let the transaction move up to 57k. Then you close it at a profit for me. Then I deposit a reasonable amount of money for this trade, and this is what we call the margin. So the money you deposit, the money you put up in a futures trade is what we call the margin. So now let's assume the phone gets to 55k and the contract starts. Then the price starts dropping and it starts dropping, and the price dropped to 54k. Then you have in the contract that once the price get to 55k and start dropping again, when you get to 50k, you lose your money that you put in because it has gone far below the amount we bought. You understand? So once you get to that place, you are going to get a margin call. A margin call means that the amount of money you have put into that trade or into that transaction to work is almost finished. You know, when you put that amount, the seller, the person you sign the contract with, also put a certain amount. So the amount has started decreasing, this amount has started going, and once you get to a stage, you are going to get a margin call, which means that your margin, which is the amount you put in, is too small to uphold the transaction. And once you get a margin call, the next thing you are going to get is the liquidation call. The liquidation call means that the amount you put in as a margin has been exhausted and you have lost that transaction. But if the price of the phone does not start coming down, but it starts going up to 57, 58, then you are winning that transaction. Now let's think about it. You understand that the person you are signing a contract with also is putting a certain amount of money to make the transaction work. That is what we call the leverage. The leverage is what you have in the futures trading that helps you multiply your profit. So let's say, for example, you are on a trade and you put $50 and use 10x leverage. It means that the broker or the exchange is adding some money to your initial margin to multiply it at least by 10, so that you'll be able to get much more profit from that transaction. And if the transaction starts going against your plan, that you have, your agreement that you have signed in that trading, whether you are buying long or you are selling short, then the leverage is also going to affect your loss. And the higher your leverage, the probability of you losing your margin as fast as possible. So that is basically how futures trading contract works. So let's say you want to trade Bitcoin on futures. You are not exactly buying the Bitcoin in your wallet, but you are signing a contract with some certain people in the market who want to sell at that price. Let's say you want to buy long, you are signing a contract with people who in the market who also want to sell at that price. And the contract will include you putting a margin, a certain amount of money you are going to use to enter a trade, which is called a margin. And you have a liquidation buy in case the price start going against you, the contract start going against you. You have a liquidation price where you'll be stopped out of that trade and you're going to lose all your money. That's why I advise that if you're a future trader, you need enough knowledge on how to analyze the market and other important things that you need to know before you get into future trading, because future trading can be risky and you need to be able to manage your risk as well, such that you'll be able to come out of each trade with reasonable profit. So if you want to learn where future trade, you can do future trading on most of these exchanges that we have today, like Binance, like OKX, like Bybit, and the likes. But for the sake of education in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how you can trade the futures markets on Binance. So let's get right into my screen and talk about that right now. You're welcome to my screen, guys, and this is Binance app. This is Binance application, and I'm going to be explaining how to place your futures trade right on Binance with this like mobile interface. So once you get on Binance, this is what you see. This is the first thing you see. Then you have the market, which allows you to see the different pairs you can trade on the spot and futures market. But because this video we are concentrating on futures trading, I'll be looking at the futures market. Then next thing we have trade, which is a place where you can trade spot. Then we have futures, which is like a place where you can trade futures. So I'm going to be teaching you with this how to trade futures. So once you get to this page, which is the futures trading interface, the first thing you want to do is like you fund your futures account. As you can see, this futures account, it has 0 USDT. It means there is no money in this futures account at all. So what you want to do is that once you have money on your Binance, maybe on the spot wallet or funding wallet, move the money from the spot wallet to the futures wallet. So how do you do that? Simply click on this icon where you can find 0 USDT. You can see an icon beside it. Click on it. I'm going to bring transfer. It means you're going to transfer money from spot to futures. You can see spot, from spot to futures. You're transferring USDT, and let me just transfer everything I have, the maximum balance. Yeah. So this has been transferred, and you can see the money is already in my futures wallet. So now once you have balance in your futures wallet, you can trade. So how do you trade? The first thing you want to do is select the pair you want to trade or the coin you want to trade. So let's say you want to trade BTC on futures. Just come here and search for BTC. Then you can select any of them you want to select. Maybe you want to trade BTC BUSD perpetual futures contract or BTC USDT perpetual futures. You can also trade BTC DOM USDT and BTC USDT quarterly futures. So as for me, I'll be selecting BTC USDT perpetual futures contract. Now, having selected that, the next thing you want to do is select your margin type. Select your margin type. So we have two types of margin on futures trading. We have the cross margin and you have the isolated margin. So this is it. So the cross margin means that when you are trading, let's say out of this $616, I am trading with $200. So let's say the market is going against my trade. It's going against my prediction or my position, and it gets to stage where all my margin has been exhausted. Instead of the market to get me liquidated and get me out of that trade, it's going to take more money from my balance and put it into the trade. That is what cross margin means. So if this is something you would like to do, if you want a situation whereby whenever your margin get exhausted, instead of you getting liquidated, you want the market to bring in more money into that trade for you from your balance, you can use cross margin. But as for me, most of the time I use isolated margin, because isolated margin is going to isolate the amount you put into that trade, and once you get liquidated, you get cut out of the trade. Or once you hit the stop loss, also you get out of the trade. So that's isolated margin. It means you are isolating a certain amount to trade. And cross margin means that the market is going to like cross out all your money, like cross into your balance to put into your trade before, if you want to get liquidated. So that's what this is. So you can select isolated. As a beginner, I always advise you select isolated margin. Now then you select your leverage. So for me, I usually use the 10x leverage in most cases. Sometimes I use a little bit more, maybe 20x, but I usually don't over leverage, because over leveraging affects your trading. It affects your trading, and it lets your the movement of your trading go so fast that sometimes you get liquidated very fast. So I usually use something between 10x to 20x leverage. So just select your leverage 10x, and then you go here and trade. So do you want to buy with market order or limit? Do you want to buy or sell? That's the first thing. It's because on futures, either you are buying long or you are selling short. Your buying long means that you are predicting that the price of this Bitcoin that you are trading is going to like rise, is going to go up, and you want to buy. And you are going short or selling short means the price, you predict that the price is going to fall and you want to short it or sell it. So that's it. That's the first thing. So for this trade, I'll be going long, just for an example. Then, do you want to use the market order or the limit or the stop limit or all this? I have a video I made on all these orders. You can find them in the description below and watch. So, but basically, I'm telling you, market order means you want to buy at the current market price, which is like 30,355.8. That's market order. Limit order means, let's say you want to buy at 31,000 and the market has not reached 31,000. You can set a limit order, and once the market gets to 31,000, it's going to buy for. So let's set the limit order at $31,000. I've put the limit, the price I want to buy. Now, how much from your wallet do you want to use to buy? You can just drag this. You can see this line. You can just drag it, and I'm going to bring. So you can see I want to use $110 to buy this coin on futures at the rate of $31,000. So I'm just like going to drag it to put in an amount and click buy long. But because I use a limit order, you can see once you do that, you are going to be able to see your position the way it is running. You can see it's in profit, a little profit. You can be able to like download the profit here and just save image, and you have your image saved. So if you are running in profit, you will be seeing green line in percentage and in PNL, which is like the exact profit you are making. And if you are running at loss, you'll be seeing something red, not green. You can see. So now you can set your take profit and stop loss here. Yeah, just click on position, take profit and stop loss. So let's say you want to take profit at 30,006. It's going to show you how much you will have made, and maybe your stop loss is 30,002. It's going to tell you how much you will have lost on this trade. So you can just click on confirm, and you can see that is done right here. So that is how to trade. You can see now it's running on a loss. Okay, you can see that the take profit and stop loss that I just set is now showing on the trade. You can see this trade is running at minus 0.3 loss already. So that's how futures trading works. So let's see if you want to short, for example, for educational purposes, just click on sell short. You can click on the market order, which means you are executing it immediately, and click on it, sell short. It's going to open a position for you. Okay, this is a take profit and stop loss position. So it seems this has not opened. So sell short. So maybe I should just close this trade first. Okay, fine. So let's have a short trade. This is it. Just select the amount you want to use to enter that trade and click on sell short. You can see it has opened the position and is running at loss already. So that's how you trade on futures. So you can use the market order, you can use the limit order, you can use all these orders to set your trade. But what you have to understand that when you are trading futures, you are either buying long or you are selling short. I'm going to close this trade right away because I'm actually using it as an example. So you are either buying long or you are selling short. And when you are buying long, it means that you are predicting that the market is going up, and when you are selling short, you are predicting that the market will go down. And you have your isolated margin and cross margin. You are going to select any of them. You select your leverage. You put in the amount you want to use to trade using this arrow from your balance. You add money to your balance here, transferring from your like maybe your spot wallet to futures wallet or any other wallet you have USDT in, and stuff like that. And now you can see that this point you have USD at the top on the left, right, the left side at the top, USD SM futures. We have USD futures and we have coin M futures. The difference is that once you are trading is USD futures, your profit is settled in USDT, in a stable coin. USDT is a stable coin, so your profit will be in USDT. But if you use coin M futures, your profit will be settled in USD or BTC, in a coin. You understand? So that's the difference. So I always use USD SM futures because I want my profit to be settled in USDT. So that's basically how to trade the futures market. If you enjoyed this video, endeavor to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. It's very important. It helps you to push out this video to a lot more people so that they get to see it, and I also get to benefit from a lot of people viewing this video. So see you in the next video and be good.